Hey everyone, welcome back. We are in the middle of 4 weeks challenge and here I talk to you about tips, tricks, techniques, strategies which you can come up with or your study routine or plan which you can come up with so that your speaking journey is easier, simpler and quicker. Okay, that is why I focus on more of practice sessions wherein I take up things which will help you in practicing English speaking, which are very simple exercises, very simple tips, very simple techniques, ways, methods which will help you to become more fluent and confident every single day. Okay, and if you video record it, you will see your progress at the end of 4 weeks. That is for sure. So if you start doing it from today, right now, after 4 weeks, you're going to see a lot of difference, a huge difference, guys. But the only condition is you have to follow my advice. You have to follow all my conversational videos, all my speak with me sessions, all my techniques, all my tips, tricks, ways and methods which I've spoken about speaking in English. Okay, because these are tried and tested methods. I don't come up with fancy methods and just tell you to do some fancy things. I don't do that. I just take up simple, easy, doable tasks, doable exercises which will help you to become fluent and confident in English in lesser period of time and easily, and irrespective of whichever level you are in. So guys, on that note, welcome back to my channel. I am your communications coach and a soft skill trainer by profession, and I'm here to help you out with all your communications problems and to help you speak English fluently and confidently. And if you haven't subscribed my channel, guys, do subscribe my channel, like and share my videos, write your comments in the comment section so that I get to know what you feel about my videos and if it has helped you or not. So on the same lines, today I have thought of coming up with a strategy of how you can start speaking in English. What are the steps or how step by step you can grow or you can strategize your English speaking fluency journey. So it's very simple, it's very easy, guys. It's not complicated at all. When we start speaking in English, we start getting confused. A lot of things comes to our mind. We start browsing a lot of channels, a lot of YouTube videos, and we all get confused and it doesn't take us anywhere. We start practicing every single thing what is said in the video, right? That will not help, guys. You have to follow a path. You have to devise a plan for yourself. You have to customize everything based on your understanding, right? Every individual is different. Somebody can grasp easily. Maybe somebody can understand things in 5 minutes. The others can understand in half an hour. The same thing, the same conversation, right? So everybody is different. We have to understand our strengths and weaknesses first before devising a plan or before strategizing on how we can start practicing English speaking or how we can start learning the language. Okay, so I'll make it very simpler for you. I'm not going to give out a plan today. I'm going to tell you what points you have to keep in mind so that you understand your strengths and weaknesses and you can just devise it accordingly. You can strategize the plan accordingly or your English speaking journey accordingly. Okay, the first and the foremost thing everybody should understand is we have to create an English environment around us. That is very essential. Before beginning to speak, before beginning to learn a language, we have to create an environment of that language. Okay, now we cannot go to a foreign country, US and UK, to learn the language, right? It's not feasible for all of us, and it's practically not possible. So, what we can do here is we have access to internet, we have access to n number of things. The time or the day we have decided that we want to learn this language or we want to speak this language fluently and confidently, we should start listening to, watching videos and reading more in English. Whatever time we get, whatever free time we get, whatever time we have, start reading, start listening, start watching in English. Try to create an English environment around you. This is how you can create an English environment. You can't expect your parents to start speaking in English with you. You can't expect your friends at a party speaking in English with you. Probably your colleagues might in a meeting or during office hours can speak in English with you, or in your college or school you can speak in English during the college hours or school hours. But then you don't expect everybody to start speaking in English with you every single time. But that doesn't mean you should not try. How you can try is you can just start reading something in English. Just try listening to something in English. Just try watching something in English. A movie, a play, a series, a comedy show, a cookery show, a travel vlog, anything which is in English. Start watching it and start understanding what it is saying. This is how you can create an environment around you in English. Your colleagues and friends, push them also to speak in English with you. You can do that, right? Come up with a WhatsApp group, join Facebook groups, communities where people speak in English, they chat in English. Start doing all these things. You have to take some efforts, guys, to create an English environment around you. This is only going to help you, nothing else. If you're shying away, if you're not vocal about what you are thinking, you will not progress. At least you can talk to your friends, you can motivate them also to start speaking in English. Create a WhatsApp group, start chatting with people in English, start a video call there. Select a topic and start speaking in English. Join any Facebook community or group wherein people practice English speaking. Join that group and start speaking in English. Do these things, guys. The lots of communities, groups which are there on various platforms, which is going to help you to speak English with others, to chat with people in English, to speak with people in English. You can use Chat GPT, you can use Pi to practice your English speaking, right? So you have to create an English environment for yourself first. This is one thing. The most important thing is start thinking in English. Start thinking in English. I have spoken at length about think in English, the strategies, the plans, about how you can practice thinking in English. So here also start thinking in. The next step for you is thinking in English. You have to train your brain to think in English. Every time you see anything, just brain starts thinking in Hindi or your mother tongue. Instead of that, try to change your focus. If you start thinking in Hindi about something, change your focus and start thinking about in English also. You have to make some efforts, guys. And this some effort will really make a big difference. So, what you can do is train your brain. Whenever you see anything, whenever you're talking to yourself, when you're doing a self talk, when you're sharing your experience, thinking about anything which you have seen or any event you have attended or anything, you have some ideas, you want to share some ideas with people, start thinking about those things in English to yourself or in your brain or in your head or with yourself. You can stand in front of the mirror and start doing mirror talk if you want to do that. You can shoot a small video about it if you have time. There are lots of ways you can do this, guys. Start thinking in English. Train your brain to think in English. This is really going to help you. There are lots of exercises I've mentioned in my previous video. Go check it out. You'll get to know how you can practice that. Okay, third thing is develop micro habits or macro habits. Macro means small, small. Develop small, small habits. Okay, like when you are at a comfort zone, when you're sitting at home and eating your lunch quietly, or having dinner, or having a snack, or having breakfast quietly, start thinking about what you're eating in English. And you're having a good time in the kitchen and you're cooking something for yourself or your family, start describing that thing in English. You have bought something for someone, if you got some gift for someone, start thinking about the whole experience, how you came, how you got an idea of getting that gift for that person. If you're exercising, if you're walking, if you're watching somebody play, if you're doing any activity or you're just standing and watching something, start practicing. Start speaking in English. Start describing that in English. You start talking about it in English. So you have to club your habits with your routine. Okay, when you're dressing up, you can just talk about how your dress look like or why you have wore this dress, what is the occasion, anything of that sort you can talk about. When you're brushing your teeth, probably you can share your plan. You can think about what you're going to do next and the whole day, right? When you're going to bed, take 5 minutes of yours and think about the whole day, what has happened in English, right? When you're going to college, school, office, anywhere on the way, whatever you're seeing, just start thinking about in English, right? If you're sitting on a bus, if you're sitting in a car, if you're sitting in an auto rickshaw or a scooty or a bike or anywhere, start thinking about things in English, whatever you are seeing. So you can do that. You can club your habits or stack your habits with your daily routine. This is very important, guys. This is how it will help you to train your brain also. You will start thinking in English and you will start creating an English environment also around you. Okay, so this is another effective way of how you can strategize your journey of English speaking. Stack your habits with your daily routine. Fourth is a robust study plan. Now, with a robust study plan, I don't mean that it has to be 2 hours or 4 hours or 6 hours every day. You have to dedicate that time every day. I am not saying that. I'm just saying 30 minutes a day. But it should include four things: reading, writing, listening, and speaking. These are the four habits you have to develop, or four things you have to add in your study plan. This is how your study plan will look like, should look like. So you have to include reading, writing, listening, and speaking. Guys, I have discussed in detail about the study plan also in my recent video. Go check it out. Fourth and the last one is consistency. You have to be consistent. Whatever you are doing, if you are taking out 5 minutes every day, be consistent. You have to dedicate 5 minutes every single day for that task. Make it a point that you don't skip that. So consistency is very important, and focus on all these areas. Focus on reading, writing, listening, and speaking, and start practicing in this way consistently every single day at the same time on the same spot. Start doing it. Start taking it seriously. Start taking things seriously and it will change your life. Trust me on this. So consistency is very important. If you're not consistent, you will not be able to achieve your target of speaking fluent English. Because if you're having a gap, you will have to again start with the same thing. Okay, so you have to be consistent with whatever you are doing so that it doesn't break. You don't have to again start all over again. So that is why you have to be very consistent. You have to dedicate same amount of time every single day. If you're dedicating 10 minutes every day and some particular day you don't have time, give 2 minutes, 5 minutes, not more than that, but give some time. I have come up with habit stacking also. Whatever you're doing, you can just talk about whatever you're doing in English. You don't have to take out time and practice that. Dedicate some time to speaking in English if you're not able to read, write, and listen to anything someday or any particular day. But all four things has to go hand in hand. Then only it is going to help you. Okay, so this is how consistency matters. You have to be consistent, guys. You have to take it very seriously. The last one I'm going to talk about is practice. What practice means here? I'm going to tell you how you have to practice. The first step is first you start practicing on your own, like self-talk, mirror talk, video recording. Okay, these things. This is the first step. You have to start in this way. Okay, describe an action, summarize anything which you have listened to or you have witnessed any incident. So you have to speak about it to yourself. Okay, or if you have to video record it, or you have to start speaking in front of the mirror. So these things you can do. This is the first step of practice. When you're comfortable doing this, the next step should be one-on-one conversation. You should get into the habit of one-on-one conversation before speaking to people in English. So one-on-one conversation is very important. Now, how you'll do one-on-one conversation? The first thing, you can start doing is, I have already shot a video on this as well. So you can start taking appointments in English, doctor's appointment. You can start booking a table at a restaurant for your family. Okay, you can go and buy movie tickets at the theater or a multiplex in English. Okay, you can order food in English online or offline, or online or at the restaurant. Okay, this is one-on-one conversation. You are having a conversation with one person only. Okay, whether it is a receptionist or a vendor, any vendor or ordering food or anything, whatever you're doing. So one-on-one conversation is preferred. So you have to see where you can have one-on-one conversation. When you're going to a mall, you're going for shopping, you can just ask the salesman or sales girl to help you out with certain things. They will help you. You can just talk about in English, like, I want this size, I can't see, I'm looking for shirts in M size, can you please help? So small things you can do. You can go to the counter, the billing counter, and you can speak in English, right? Book your movie ticket, order online, order food online, lots of things you can do. Okay, so this is one-on-one conversation. Start having one-on-one conversation. You can start chatting with friends in English. You can start speaking to your friends in English on WhatsApp, on any Facebook community where people want to learn English, speak in English. Okay, you can do this. So this is the second stage. Third stage is start taking initiatives, like you can come up with a presentation, you can organize or volunteer any event or a game or anything for that matter. You can start speaking in your meetings in English. You can start organizing events with the team in English, with the team. Okay, so you will get to interact with a group of people, and make sure that when you interact with these people for these events or anything else, you speak in English in that meeting, or when you're organizing that event, when you're volunteering for that event. Make sure you're speaking in English. This is how you have to grow your conversation. Suddenly you are self-talking and suddenly you can't start talking to a group of people. It is not going to help you. You will not be able to. So step-wise, these are 3 steps you have to take. Stage 1 is self-talk, mirror talk, talking to yourself, shooting a video. All these things you can do on your own. Second step is one-on-one conversation. Okay, and the third one is start talking to people in small groups, whether it is a meeting or a presentation or a cultural event. Okay, organizing a cultural event, volunteering for a cultural event, or making a friends group and speaking in English. Okay, so these are the things. There are lots of apps and other platforms also where you can enroll and start speaking to people in English, a group of people in English. So this is how you have to increase your difficulty level, and this is how you will progress. Suddenly, if you want to jump from stage 1 to stage 3, you will fall down. You will not be able to. So that is why start practicing in a correct way or the right way. Stage 1, then stage 2, and then stage 3. And every stage it will take time for you to become fluent and confident. So once you feel that you are fluent and confident in stage 1, then jump to stage 2. Once you feel that you're fluent and confident in stage 2, jump to stage 3. Okay, this is really going to help you guys. So guys, I'm sure it was very easy and simple for you to understand and practice or strategize your English speaking journey. That's a wrap. I'll see you in my next video. Until then, keep watching, keep speaking, and keep practicing. And don't forget to keep exploring as well. See you.